So Liverpool decided to bottle the Europa League against Atalanta, and everyone's prediction of having a Liverpool versus Bayer Leverkusen Europa League final went absolutely down the drain. And that's including myself, which means today we're gonna find a Europa League winner, and it doesn't include Liverpool. How did this happen? But we're not gonna find one winner, we're actually going to find 10 winners, because we're going to sim the Europa League semi-finals all the way until we find the champion 10 times. Will it be Marseille or maybe Atalanta, because one of them will be in the final? Maybe it will be Roma, who beat out AC Milan. Or of course the fairy tale story of Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso. They already won the Bundesliga. Can they do the double and get by Roma to get to the Europa League final? All those questions will be answered today. Welcome back, my friends. Please hit the like button for me. Let's aim for, like, I don't know, 1,500 likes. I think that's probably doable. And if you're new around here, please hit the subscribe button. Of course, welcome to the channel with the little noti bell so you don't miss out on any future random videos that we do here. Let's go. We're simming the Europa League 10 times and see who wins. Let the fun begin. Sim number 1, leg 1 of our first semi-final, Marseille versus Atalanta. Who will take the lead in this matchup? It will be Marseille by a very mere little margin, 1-0. Leg 1 of Roma versus Bayer Leverkusen. I'm very intrigued by this matchup. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Roma is a very, very good opponent, but so is Bayer Leverkusen. One of them will be victorious. Who will take the lead in leg number 1? It will be Bayer Leverkusen. Hoffmann in the 87th minute. Leg number 2 of the semi-final. Marseille is up 1-0 on Atalanta. Can they go to the final? Yes, they can. Aubameyang gets Marseille to a European final. And who will Marseille face? Will it be Bayer Leverkusen or Roma in sim number 1? Let's find out. It will be Bayer Leverkusen. 2-1 leg 1, 2-1 leg 2. It's Hoffmann again, which means our first sim final of the Europa League. It's Marseille versus Bayer Leverkusen for all the marbles. One match, one winner. Who will it be? Oh my gosh! Bayer Leverkusen is stunned in extra time by Iliman Ndiaye. Ndiaye with a brace. Aubameyang in the 17th, and then Ndiaye with a brace and scored in extra time. Marseille beats Bayer Leverkusen in sim number 1. Marseille are Europa League champions. Well, that was a little bit unexpected. Let's go straight to sim number 2. Again, Marseille versus Atalanta leg 1. Can Marseille beat Atalanta once again? They take the lead in the first leg once again, 3-2. What about Bayer Leverkusen? Can they take out Roma once again? Sim 2 leg 1. Bayer Leverkusen Roma. Leverkusen once again also take the lead, 3-2 as well. Leg 2 of sim 2, Marseille versus Atalanta. Maybe Atalanta can make a comeback. Let's find out. No, they cannot. Marseille is going back to another Europa League final in back-to-back sims. Will we have the same final in sim number 2? Bayer Leverkusen needs to avoid defeat. 1-1 in the second leg, 4-3 on aggregate for Bayer Leverkusen, which means our sim number 2 final will be the same as sim number 1. Bayer Leverkusen versus Marseille. Will Marseille spoil the party once again for Bayer Leverkusen? One match, one final. Who is taking it down? Marseille just has Bayer's number. Correa scores in the 81st. Bayer Leverkusen lose another final. Marseille wins back-to-back Europa Leagues in our video. Well, this is very interesting. We're starting sim number 3. Can Marseille beat Atalanta for a 3rd time in a row? Leg 1. Atalanta finally take a lead in leg 1. What about Roma? Can maybe Roma snag a match against Bayer Leverkusen? Maybe Roma can take the lead. No, they cannot. Bayer Leverkusen 3-1. Will we see Atalanta go to a final in sim number 3? They're up 2-1 in aggregate. What happens? Who is it? It's Atalanta. Who will join them, though? That is the question. Will it be Roma or Bayer Leverkusen in sim number 3? Roma's got a lot of work to do, honestly, in second leg. They're down by 2 goals. It's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, and it didn't happen. 1-0 in the second leg. Sim number 3 final. Atalanta versus Bayer Leverkusen. Will Leverkusen bottle it once again, or will they win it? Let's find out. Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen, sim 3 final. Who is it? Is it Bayer? It's... They bottled it! Bayer Leverkusen. That's 3 finals in a row. Koop Miners and Darun score. Atalanta wins the Europa League in sim number 3. Let's start sim number 4, leg 1, Atalanta versus Marseille. They've both won it in the sim. This side of the bracket is dominating, and it is Marseille that take a 3-1 lead. Koop Miners also missed a penalty in the 89th minute to get Atalanta a bit closer, which would have been nice, but they didn't do it. Sim 4, leg number 1, Roma versus Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer has had Roma's number, but they just just can't get over that hump in the final. Who takes the lead? Roma takes the lead in sim number 4, 3-1. Leg 2, Atalanta Marseille. Marseille's got a 2-goal lead. Does Marseille go back there? Yes, they do, even though they lost. They lost 2-1. It was close. Lookman scored in the 83rd. They probably tried to get another one to tie it up on aggregate. They failed. Marseille is off to yet another final. And will they be joined by Roma? Roma's got a 3-1 aggregate lead going back to Germany. I mean, all they got to do is just not bottle it. Don't bottle it. They almost did. They almost did, but they didn't at the end. So we have a new final in sim number 4. It will be Marseille versus Roma. Will Marseille keep dominating and win its 3rd Europa League trophy in 4 simulations, or will it be Roma? Let's find out. One match. It is Roma. The Italians do it. Lukaku does it. Roma wins the Europa League in sim number 4. As we start sim number 5, every club has won it at least once except Bayer Leverkusen. They've been to 3 finals so far in 4 sims and lost every single one. Leg 1 of Marseille versus Atalanta. Let's find out who takes the lead here. No one takes the lead. It is 1-1 going into leg 2. Can Roma go back to a final in sim number 5? Roma, Bayer Leverkusen, leg 1. Who takes the lead? No one here as well. 2-2. It is all to play for in leg number 2 between Atalanta and Marseille. Someone's got to go through. Who will it be? It will be Atalanta. De Ketelaere scores in the 89th minute, gives Atalanta a 3-2 victory. Atalanta going back to the Europa League final in sim number 5. And who will they face? Will it be Roma or Bayer Leverkusen? It's also all to play for in leg 2. Let's find out. Who takes the lead? Anyone. Roma wins on penalties. Roma wins on penalties. Hoffman and Tapsoba missed pens. So our sim number 5 final, it will be Atalanta versus Roma, and Bayer Leverkusen once again goes home empty-handed. Sim 5, Atalanta versus Roma. For all the glory, who takes it down? It is Atalanta convincingly. 3-0, guys. Ederson with 2, Scamacca in the 74th seals the deal. Atalanta are your Europa League champions in sim 5. The start of sim number 6, I mean, Bayer Leverkusen's got to pick it up. Honestly, they got to pick it up here. Leg 1, Marseille versus Atalanta. Who's going to take the lead? Who is it? It's Atalanta once again. What about Bayer Leverkusen versus Roma? Someone's got to take the lead here. Who will it be? It will be Bayer Leverkusen with Patrick Schick in the 80th minute. Leg number 2 of sim 6, Atalanta versus Marseille. Atalanta's got a 2-1 aggregate lead. Will they go back to another final? Yes, they will. 1-1 draw, 3-2 on aggregate. Atalanta, another final. Now, will they face Bayer Leverkusen or Roma in sim number 6? Bayer's got a 2-1 lead. Don't blow it at home. They didn't blow it at home. 2-1, 3-1, 5-2 on aggregate. Sim number 6, Bayer Leverkusen has yet another opportunity to win it. Will Xabi Alonso finally get a trophy in sim number 6? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Who is it? There it is. There it is. Finally, it took them 6 attempts, but finally in sim number 6, Bayer Leverkusen wins the Europa League. Maybe now they can get on a roll and win a couple more. The start of sim number 7, leg 1, once again between Marseille and Atalanta. Who will be taking the lead? Nobody. It is a 1-1 draw. Roma versus Leverkusen, leg 1, sim number 7. Who takes the lead here? Same thing. It's a 2-2 draw. Anyone's match. Atalanta Marseille, leg 2, 1-1 on aggregate. One of these will be going to the final. It will be Marseille this time. Will they face Granit Xhaka or Romelu Lukaku? That is the question. 2-2 on aggregate. Sim 7, leg 2. Roma wins 4-3 on aggregate, and it was Lukaku. Lukaku with 2 goals. Lukaku with a brace. So our sim 7 final, it will be Marseille versus Roma. 3-2-1. Marseille or Roma. Sim 7 champions. It will be Roma through Chris Smalling and Romelu Lukaku. And Marseille, after winning the Europa League in the first 2 sims, they haven't won it since. This is sim number 8, Marseille versus Atalanta. Leg 1, 3-2-1, go. Atalanta takes a 1-0 lead into leg 2. Leg 1 of Roma versus Bayer Leverkusen. Who will take the lead in sim 8? Bayer Leverkusen with a clean sheet, 2-0. Atalanta is up 1-0 on Marseille. Will they go back to another final, or will it be Marseille? It will be Atalanta. 1-1 draw in the second leg. Atalanta, yet another final appearance. And I assume they will be playing Bayer Leverkusen unless they bottle it at home. I don't think they will. No, they almost did. It was a draw 2-2, 4-2 on aggregate. So our sim number 8 final is Atalanta versus Bayer Leverkusen. A chance for Bayer Leverkusen to get their second title in 8 sims. A chance for Atalanta to get their third title in 8 sims. Let's find out who takes it down. Who will it be? It will be Bayer Leverkusen 2-1 over Atalanta. And now what's actually very interesting is that through 8 sims, every club has won 2 of them. So no club is actually dominating whatsoever, except a little bit disappointing from Bayer Leverkusen, because if you remember, they went to the finals in the first 3 sims and lost them all. Start of sim number 9, Marseille versus Atalanta, leg 1. It will be no one. 2-2 going into leg 2. Roma versus Leverkusen, sim 9, leg 1. Who will take the lead? Roma takes the lead through Tammy Abraham, of all people, in the 84th minute. Leg 2, all to play for in sim 9. Atalanta, Marseille. Who will be going to the final? It's Atalanta once again. I mean, Marseille dominated Atalanta in the first couple of sims, but since then, they've just been absolutely atrocious against Atalanta. Atalanta's been so dominant. And will they face Bayer Leverkusen or Roma? Bayer is down 1-0 on aggregate, but they are at home. Will they make a comeback? No, they will not. They couldn't even score a goal. Roma wins 2-0, 3-0 on aggregate. One of these clubs will take the lead in the trophy department. They're both looking for their 3rd Europa League title. Let's find out who takes it. Atalanta or Roma? It will be Atalanta in extra time. 2 goals in extra time. El Shaarawy in the 23rd. Darun equalized in the 67th. Ederson in the 95th. And then Miranchuk in the 106th. 3-1. Our last and final sim. Marseille versus Atalanta, leg 1. Who takes the lead? 4-1 for Atalanta, man. Marseille's been so bad recently. And what about Roma versus Xabi Alonso? Who takes the lead in this one? Nobody. It is all to play for in leg 2. 4-1 on aggregate for Atalanta. I don't think Marseille's coming back. It's probably safe to assume that Atalanta is going back to another final. And yes, they are. 5-2 on aggregate. Once again, Atalanta going back. Will they face Bayer Leverkusen or Roma, though? It's 1-1, but Bayer Leverkusen is at home. Let's find out who takes it. It is Bayer Leverkusen with Xabi Alonso. 2-1, barely. Dybala got one back, and Roma had a little bit of a chance, but they just ran out of time. So our Sim 10 Europa League final, it will be Atalanta versus Bayer Leverkusen. Sim number 10 final, Atalanta versus Bayer Leverkusen. And it will be at Anfield because Liverpool bottled the league, so why not? Let's go, let's go! Bayer Leverkusen versus Atalanta for all the glory. Is this a realistic final? I would say so, honestly. Hoffmann for Bayer Leverkusen. They are starting to kind of take control of the game here. Frimpong! There it is! Leverkusen with Xabi Alonso. They are continuing this run in sim number 10. 1-0. It's a close game here. 1-0. Skamaka. Didn't do that well at West Ham. You know what, to be honest with you, I thought West Ham maybe should have kept him. I gave him some credit. He did score a couple of nice goals for West Ham, but now he's been, thriving at Atalanta, honestly. He's been doing very well. Nice pass by Grimaldo inside. Schick! It was Andrich to Grimaldo, and then Patrick Schick got that pass from Grimaldo. I kind of lost my words there for a second. Bayer Leverkusen does have a corner in the 34th minute. Can they extend their lead? It looks like they will go short. Yes, they will. To Grimaldo again. Grimaldo into the box. Patrick Schick. Yes, they can. There it is. Patrick Schick. 2-0 Bayer Leverkusen. And they are basically 45 minutes away from a Europa League title. Kusunu out wide to Frimpong. Frimpong will probably use his speed as he does. Tries to get by Martin Darun. Andrich now. Halftime is called. 2-0, a dominating half by Bayer in the first 45. 45 is on the way. The second 45. There's Robert Andrich. I've been following Robert Andrich for quite a while. I remember doing a FIFA career mode in like FIFA 17 when he played for the 3rd division side. I believe it's called Wehen Wiesbaden. He played there, and Bayer can take another lead here. Karnaseki gets down. It's been nice to see the rise of Robert Andrich as Charles de Ketelaere is subbed off. It is Lookman that is coming on. Schick. Andrich again. Frimpong. Back to Andrich. Andrich, nice pass inside to Schick. Schick inside. Will it be 3? Yes, it will. It's game over. That's it. Domination from Xabi and Patrick and all the boys at Bayer Leverkusen. Oh, they're just crushing Atalanta. Absolutely crushing them. It's 3-0. Approaching 70 minutes. Frimpong. It's all Bayer here. It's all Bayer. It's Wirtz. It's Karnaseki with the save. What a save. It could have been 4 or 5. Skamaka, he's been invisible this game. Absolutely invisible. Ederson. Kusunu. Been brilliant this whole game, but he gives it away. Gets it back, though. 1 minute of stoppage time left. He'll probably find the outlet pass. There it is. Palacios. There is the final whistle. A very convincing, dominant performance from Bayer Leverkusen in sim number 10, as they tie Atalanta for the most trophies won in these 10 simulations. Atalanta with 3. Bayer Leverkusen with this win, also with 3. Marseille with 2. And Roma with 2. Bayer Leverkusen do the double. They won the Bundesliga. And now in sim number 10 and 2 other sims, they won the Europa League as well. 3 out of 10 sims. I would say that's pretty decent. Kradecki will come up and claim this Europa League trophy for Bayer Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso. Granit Xhaka right beside him. Florian Wirtz right beside him. Bayer Leverkusen, your Sim 10 Europa League champions, my friends. Thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Also, what did we learn in this video? Well, I would say absolutely nothing. Because Roma won 2 of them. Atalanta won 3 of them. Marseille won 2 of them. And of course, Bayer Leverkusen won 3 as well. Let me know down in the comments who you think will win the Europa League this year. Now that Liverpool is eliminated, I would say that Bayer Leverkusen are probably the favorites. But, hey, it's Europe. It's football. You never know what happens. If you have any other cool ideas that you want to see on the channel, my friends, of course, please comment them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace, 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 peace. Bayer Leverkusen. They probably will win it, won't they? They probably will. Peace.